When we talk of freedom of expression and speech, I must tell you that in the Constitution there is a chapter 3 which is having the caption of fundamental rights. Now there are rights and rights, but there are fundamental rights which are accommodated under chapter 3 of the Constitution of India. That particularly and specifically Article 19(1)(a) does speak about freedom of expression and speech. Now this protection of rights regarding freedom of speech, etc., is one of the important fundamental rights, and the young students, young boys and girls must know that you have freedom in this country to speak your heart out, so long as it is not violative of anybody else's rights, or it is not violative of any rules and regulations under which the society is governed. The law's rights are relative, they are not absolute. For example, I would say that my right to stretch my arm ends where your nose begins. That's a very beautiful quote, and therefore I must respect you. I can't give a blow to you. I have a right to walk straight on the public street, but I cannot bang against somebody who is coming in from front. I must make way for him or her, isn't it? And similarly, freedom of expression of speech is a very significant right in a modern society governed by rule of law, in a civil society where people read, people hear, people write, and that right needs to be respected. It's an unfortunate situation today. We find that freedom of expression is curtailed by violent acts. We have seen in Mumbai past few days that certain political party or certain group of people having a certain mindset, they obstruct somebody from, say, expressing something either by a speech or through a book, and then there is violence, and then we have seen now recently release of a book from Pakistani foreign minister was stalled, and was there was a lot of problem related. That is not the defect of the Constitution, nor is that the weakness of the right guaranteed under the Constitution. That's the failure of administration. It is always necessary for every administration, be it state or center or local, to ensure that rule of law prevails. Now, rule of law is above every government. Every government is subject to the test of rule of law. If there is any breach of law, the government has to account for it. And therefore, in every act of expression of expression of an individual while exercising freedom under Article 19, it has to be thoroughly and fully supported by the administration, because it's the mandate of Constitution of India. And if the state or the local administration is unable to do so, it is nothing but a total failure on the part of administration, and they are failing in their duty to ensure that rule of law prevails. It is unfortunate that it is we, the people of India, who have put these people in power. Now we are observing for the past 1.5 years as to which way are we going. Is India really progressing, and is India really doing something or performing something which would raise our heads in pride in the world? The answer probably is not in positive. And in fact, we have to hold our head in shame when instances like Dadri take place, and then in a modern India, such things have no place, and therefore we will have to build up pressure on the administration to take immediate corrective steps or quit. Please, this is not Achhe Din. This is worse than Bure Din. We are, as rightly said, that even the prices are so high, the governance, as they were calling good governance, has proved to be worst governance, and people are struggling even for their life or for 2 square meals. There is so much of high prices, inflation, unemployment and whatnot. And above all this, and the most predominant factor which is making people so disappointed is fear of life, suspicion, fear, hatred, which is being spread day in and day out, and we have to arrest this. All of us, let us, if we have to build India and make it a strong country, let us all resolve together to unitedly fight against the elements which are indulging in these activities and taking India backward rather than forward.